what's going on here? You guys are meant to report the truth. How have you let yourself become agents of propaganda of a radical fringe that's making it harder for us to enforce our laws?
Yeah, really well said. The only thing I disagree with is the idea of a radical fringe. I think it's mainstream leftism. This is not 2020 anymore. And we're going to now run this clip from Vance. It shows you the shift in tone. They were very conciliatory after George Floyd back then because people were afraid, right? It was kind of a third rail. Here's what the left wants. They want you scared. They want you apologetic. They want you groveling. They want you to back down. They want to be able to control you through new made-up terms like white guilt or male privilege. It's not working anymore. And I'm really glad that it's not because it's evil straight from the pit of hell. Here is the left, in case you think I'm straw manning it. Here they are shrieking over ICE, Minnesota, all of this. See all the straw men, see all the goalposts moving.
Renee Good was a warning shot. Hear me out. Renee's murder by that cowardly ICE agent actually represents something that this administration wanted to do, which was scare well-meaning white people.
I watched the video. You felt like your stomach was being punched. Looking at the video, there seemed no justification for what these agents did.
Let me make this abundantly clear for all the MAGA people at home who still seem somewhat confused. Fuck ICE and fuck that ICE agent who killed that woman in broad daylight. If you think somehow that was self-defense, you are delusional.
That lack of humanity was chilling to me.
If you are okay with the fact that they're gunning people down in the streets, in the suburbs of Minneapolis, then you're not a freedom fighter. You're a fucking Nazi. Leave my country. Leave my state!
Stolen land, bro. Seen that the same crowd 3 or 4 months ago who was all up in arms talking about, I don't care what someone's political beliefs are, they don't deserve to lose their life. They don't seem to uphold that belief today.
It's me, Gay Mario. Here we blow. Poop shoot.
Laying pipe, yeah.
It's time for Then and Now. Then, President Trump, the administration, very conciliatory to the George Floyd narrative, 2020.
Most heartfelt sympathies to the family of George Floyd. A terrible event, terrible, terrible thing that happened. I've asked that the Department of Justice expedite the federal investigation into his death and do it immediately, do it as quickly as absolutely possible. It's a local situation, but we're also making it into a federal situation, and it's a terrible thing. We all saw what we saw, and it's very hard to even conceive of anything other than what we did see. Should never happen, should never be allowed to happen, a thing like that. But we're determined that justice be served. And I spoke to members of the family, terrific people, and will be reporting as time goes by.
That brings us to now. You've all seen Trump's Truth Social. His response was very different, where he said, this woman screaming was obviously a professional agitator. And he went through, she was obviously in the wrong. Now, just do the same thing going forward, even when race is involved. Please, President Trump and this administration. There's good and evil, there's right and wrong. J.D. Vance, Vice President Vance, very different approach now. Because all of us have been pushed too far, and we're not going to fall for it again. Here he is, scorched earth.
When I was actually walking out here, somebody sent me a photo of a CNN headline about what happened in Minneapolis. And this is the headline, I'm just gonna read it. Outrage after ICE officer kills U.S. citizen in Minneapolis. Well, that's one way to put it, and that is the way that many people in the corporate media have put this attack over the last 24 hours. What that headline leaves out is the fact that that very ICE officer nearly had his life ended, dragged by a car 6 months ago, 33 stitches in his leg. So you think maybe he's a little bit sensitive about somebody ramming him with an automobile? What that headline leaves out is that that woman was there to interfere with a legitimate law enforcement operation in the United States of America. What that headline leaves out is that that woman is part of a broader left-wing network to attack, to dox, to assault and to make it impossible for our ICE officers to do their job. The reporting over this has been one of the biggest scandals I've ever seen in media. I've never seen a case so misrepresented and misreported when you have a guy who was defending himself and is now being treated as some sort of federal assassin by so many of the people in this room. Attack me. Attack the President of the United States. Don't attack our law enforcement officers. They are trying to do the job the American people demanded that they do. There's a part of me that feels very, very sad for this woman, not just because she lost her life, but because I think she is a victim of left-wing ideology. What young mother shows up and decides they're going to throw their car in front of ICE officers who are enforcing legitimate law? You've got to be a little brainwashed to get to that point to where you're willing not just to protest, that's fine, not peacefully protest, but throw your vehicle in front of legitimate law enforcement officers and drive your car into them. To get to that point, you have to be, I think, radicalized in a very, very sad way. I certainly wish that she hadn't got there. I know there's an ICE officer right now who very much wishes he was not put in the position where he had to fire a gun to defend his own life. What's going on here? You guys are meant to report the truth. How have you let yourself become agents of propaganda of a radical fringe that's making it harder for us to enforce our laws?
Yeah, really well said. The only thing I disagree with is the idea of a radical fringe. I think it's mainstream leftism. I think you see that. And it's just the view, it's just the worldview of feminism reflected. What do I mean by that? The collective is what matters more. Feelings matter more. Justice is about ensuring equality. You know, you'll often see this with dads and moms where dads will go, well, you know, he's got to learn or she's got to learn. And moms go, no, we want to protect them from the entire world. Conservative view goes, you don't run over people with your car, certainly not officers. And you see this all the time, too, with women being taken off of airplanes. We've run so many videos like that. You could find more than you could watch in the next several weeks if you had them on just consistently with no pauses, where women are unruly on the plane and they're screaming or they're kicking. I watched one recently where a woman was kicking the police who came to take her off the plane in the knees. And then they were strapping her legs to a chair. And she's going, it hurts so bad. I just want to go home. What, you won't let me go home now? There is this thing, and this is a worldview that you see. People don't understand your decisions now lead you to a different set of decisions. That's gone now. I guarantee you this woman and her lesbian lover were thinking, well, I'll block them all day and for 3 minutes. And then, then I'll just pull away. They probably didn't expect, get out of the car now. That's enough. Oh my God, I'm just going to pull away. No. You're no longer in Act 1. You're in Act 2. That's not an option. It was move your car or we're going to arrest you. Oh, you don't move it? Now we're arresting you. You have a different set of decisions. Ma'am, stop disrupting the plane or we are going to escort you. Well, I'm going to keep. And then when the authorities come out, okay, I'll stop disrupting. That's no longer a decision. Your decisions have led you to this point. You now have a different set of decisions. We see it a lot. We really do. The idea that someone is surprised that this can happen, it could be unfortunate. Generally speaking, even when you see males, even when you see black males, right, with the Black Lives Matter thing, when they're apprehended, they resist arrest, they're not surprised. That's why it's usually very violent, because they go, okay, I know I'm out of options. This is my only option. You see this very often, particularly with white liberal women. They don't seem to be able to process that, no, you were offered a binary choice. You made a decision. Now you find yourself at an impasse. It's a new binary decision that you have to make. You don't get to stop disrupting the plane. You had that chance. That chance is gone now. No, you don't get to stop committing crimes now. You had that chance with your warning, with your citation. Now it's jail. Peacefully, or we're going to take you there anyway. This is something that we all grew up with and understood, but it does seem like a lot of people now don't understand that. Do you guys understand the concept I'm talking about? Your decisions shut off other choices forever, permanently. Moving forward, you don't just have access to all the choices for all time. That's not how the world works. Get down on the ground, we'll handcuff you. Oh, you don't? Now you're being tased. Oh, I don't gotta be tased. You can just arrest me. No. you didn't allow us to arrest you. So now you don't have a choice to get down on the ground. We are putting you on the ground. No, you didn't pull the car away. So now we are taking you out of the car. We gave you that chance for 3 minutes. Likely other interactions before that. I'm sure that'll come out. And what does the left do? It's a feminist worldview. They coddle like a child who made bad decisions and they never gave a timeout. And now they want to reoffer the decision. Well, what is that condition? You just always can make any decision you want and there are no consequences. I don't want to live in that country. I don't want to live in that kind of a society. This is a battle for the soul of our society. And it truly is a battle of the view of the founders of Western civilization, of a Christian worldview, and modern feminism, where feelings and the collective and the pack trump actual justice, actual moral righteousness. That's how I see this. And that's how I see the supporters. And progressives, by the way, they're very, very confused as to how to handle this. The cognitive dissonance is kind of funny to watch here.
I'm just walking around kind of just dazed-eyed because I was like, I don't know if it's the right thing to do. It feels kind of wrong being here in some way. I don't know why.
And why do you think, yeah.
I don't know.
You never do.
I don't know, like, where that stems from. Like, I mean, part of it is being like a white woman that I'm privileged and I have a lot of privilege.
Brainwashed.
So I feel like white tears are not always something that's helpful or necessary when black and brown people have been experiencing this for a long time. This isn't new for them, and so I don't know if that makes any sense in that way.
It does not.
0 sense.
No, it makes 0 sense whatsoever. But actually, here to provide more female perspective, because I know we're a bunch of guys here. We have a lot of women in the office, but here in the studio, you go, oh, come on, sausage fest. I understand. We have Senator Hirono calling in to enlighten us and discuss this issue as it relates to ICE. Do we have her?
Yeah, we got her.
Okay, put her on. Senator Hirono, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Hello, Stephen. As a guest on this show, it is my responsibility to ask the following question. Have you ever had or attempted to have sexual relations with a woman with or without consent?
It's not your duty at all, Miss Hirono. There are children watching. It's wholly inappropriate. You said you wanted to share your thoughts on the shooting in Minneapolis.
Yes, it's very bad, but I'm a coconut half full kind of woman.
I'm sure you are.
And I'll drain your coconuts half empty.
Stop, Senator, stop. Stay on topic. Come on, we're grown-ups.
In all seriousness, this incident in Minneapolis is very tragic. And
what was that? This incident where?
In Minneapolis.
One more time?
Minneapolis?
Okay,
You know it's in Minnesota.
Yes, I do. Yeah, Land O'Lakes.
But it's very tragic, and that ICE agent needs to be held accountable.
Yeah, she did try to run over an officer with her car.
You can run your body over mine in your car.
What? Senator, doesn't make sense at all.
We can steam up the windows and make it nice and heavy.
No, that's Senator, please.
Oh, I can even bring my own ice.
Okay, I don't even know what that means.
I can give you an Eskimo job.
What?
It's when I show you a trick that I do where I put ice in my mouth and then I unzip your pants.
No, Tim, cut it.
Steven, I'm horny.
Always.
I'm sorry. All right, go to chat.
Always. Before we go to chat, apparently Colbert said the message from this administration is obey or die.
Oh, okay.
That's what CNN was putting out there. Not to be outdone by Kimmel.
Yeah.
In his T-shirts, like obey or die. Actually, no. That's not.
It wasn't obey or die. It was obey or be detained while we move your vehicle and get on with our operation and possibly press a couple of federal charges on you.
Yeah. It was.
That was what it was. And then you drove your car into an officer.
I know.
I hate these people. I hate them. They're going to create.
It was don't protect a sex offender, criminal, drug dealer, or potentially go to jail. That's what the order is.
I mean, it's like if she had moved her car, they probably would have been like, this is still annoying. But she moved her car. They probably would have let her go.
Well, she did move her car into the street for 3 minutes.
Right. No, I know. Even then, they would have been
like,
you
see what I did?
Yeah.
I did one.
They're going to create other situations. This is exactly what happened with the Dallas police officer that was shot after the hands up, don't shoot stuff happened, and they were like, oh no, it's open season on cops now because a cop just shot an unarmed black man.
Right.
It cost this guy's life. This is going to happen again, and they don't care. They don't care.
Yeah. There are no you will not find any examples of people protesting, let's just say ICE, or it could be police officers going, hey, whatever, and them going, hey, just back up because this is, we need to secure this area. People going, oh, okay, and then getting the crap kicked out of them. You won't find it. You won't find the black man to go to the Black Lives Matter. Hands at 10 and 2. I'm sorry, officer. Yes, can I get my registration here and insurance? Yeah, and then getting shot. You won't find it. If it existed, that would be the reason for the protests and riots. Instead, you had Trayvon Martin. Instead, you had Mike Brown, which was a lie, hands up, don't shoot. Instead, you had George Floyd. They wouldn't use those if they had the example that they claim takes place every single day. It doesn't exist. It's not a thing. YouTube's is something you're not allowed to say according to the guidelines. I was quoting the guidelines. I'm glad you're still here. It means you watched this video all the way through. Oh, it says here that Rumble, where you can go follow my channel, lets you say pretty much anything, provided it's not illegal. That reminds me of, what does it remind me of? Oh, yeah, YouTube, pre-2015. Go on and follow me there. I'm live, 11 a.m. Eastern, weekdays. Don't call YouTube a well, it's just a different way of saying it's